Hello, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. Alrighty, y'all. It is time to get ourselves in gear for the 2025 75, whichever challenge you're doing, whether that is soft, medium, or hard. We need to prepare now. So I just thought that I would jump in and chat it out with you guys just a tiny little bit. Now, here's the thing, right? I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. I am not by any means telling anybody else what they have to do because the truth of the matter is, I am not a healthcare professional. I am simply just a person who is trying to be in the best possible health for herself. And so I am starting this challenge for me. I do hope and pray that you all have made some goals for yourself and you are determining to be your best, healthiest self because that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to be doing the 75 medium challenge. Now, for those of you who are new around here, hey, y'all, my name's Shakema. How are you? Hey, Miss Sue, very good to see you. My name's Shakema. I'm a single mom. I have 4 children. 3 of my children are adults, and one of my children is 15. So soon to be adult. I'm 3/4 of the way out of an empty nest, and I am prepping the life now for the life I plan to have after all of my children have left home. 2 of my children have left home. One still lives at home. In these post COVID streets, it is very challenging. Hey, Miss Helen, good to see you. It is very challenging to be able to live on your own, and we don't do roommates of any kind. So at this moment, she's still living at home with no problem. She is very welcome to stay here. And my youngest son, of course, is still in school. He's in 11th grade, and he has one more year, and then he will graduate and be off to college. With that being said, I prioritized the health of everybody. You know, I've worried about my children. I've worried about all the things with them. And I found myself in a very precarious situation about 3 years ago. Maybe it's been about that long. Going into perimenopause, I was 45 and my body was just acting out. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to fix it. And I actually had started a 75 hard challenge. And yes, this was in 2021. That started to 75 hard challenge and caught COVID. I think I had gotten to like day 35 or 36, somewhere like that. I was doing it with a friend of mine and caught COVID. And I wasn't extremely bad off sick like some people. I had I had headaches and I was asleep. I slept a lot. So that was the sum total of how it affected my body, but I could not go out and continue to do the exercises. Once I got off of that perimenopause just kind of hit my body crazily. I had been losing weight prior to that. I've been on keto journey for a long time. I've been on keto for about 4 years or more, and I've been living my very best life. Hey, everybody, good to see y'all. And I've been living my very best life, but my body was now in rebellion against me. In 2020, I got to get my dates right. So 23, and it might have been the latter part of 22, I actually went to my doctor and I said, you have to help me. I have a partial hysterectomy in case, you know, that's important because my hormones were a little bit acting out of whack. I'm not on any hormone replacement therapy. I still have my ovaries, but I don't have certain portions of those lady things. And so I have hot flashes. I have night sweats. I got all the things going on. And I am not used to this at all. I would have very painful cycles from the time I was 10 years old until I was 45, 40 something, whenever. I can't remember when I got my surgery, but I was 40 something. And so 30 plus odd years, I was having those symptoms. And then they got traded in for these new symptoms: hot flashes, night sweats, uncontrollable weight gain. And you don't know where it's coming from because, again, I have been losing weight and now I'm gaining weight. Got under my doctor's care. She referred me to another doctor. She referred me to a doctor that specializes with bariatric patients. I have not had bariatric surgery of any kind. I don't believe in cutting myself. I believe in, putting in the work I need to put in order to lose weight. And working with her, we got on a plan, and I lost, let me see, I started working with her when I was 230 pounds. I've been as heavy as 250 pounds. Hey, Lisa, I started working with her when I was 231 pounds, I believe. And then I got down as low as 161 pounds. And as of yesterday, I was 182 pounds. So I've gained 21 pounds back. And again, your body goes through these emotions, you go through these hormones, you go through all of these things. But I've started working out very hard with strength training. I started I was strength training some, but I started a challenge in August of 24 to strength train every day for 365 days. So of that 22 pounds, there is some muscle there. I can't tell how much muscle I've gained, but I've gained some muscle. And with that being said, I'm in a stage of my life where I'm trying to be in the best health I can be in, so that when all of my children are finally out of the house, I can have the life I want to have. I want to date. I want to fall in love. I want to get married. I want to make love. I want to do all the things that married couples do. And I didn't feel like my body was in the best health it could have been, which is why I went to the doctor. I'm currently seeing a nutritionist. We deal with caloric intake. We deal with caloric deficits, what I should and shouldn't eat, what's good and good, not good for my body, my emotional state as I work myself through the changes. She wants me to eat carbs. I haven't eaten carbs in a long time. And so now I'm trying to balance the carbs, because I need those to recharge my muscles, because I'm working out in the gym every single day, or at least 5 days a week. So I posted, that's just a little backstory for those of you who are interested in that part. Before we jump into this, I do want to give this disclaimer. I'm not a medical doctor of any kind. I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm simply sharing my journey and what Shakema plans to do. You have at it, do whatever you want to do, and just know that I am under my doctor's care and a nutritionist, and I have a personal accountability group that I created with, let me see, there's probably about 8 women who are in this group from all parts of the country. And we're just the women who wanted to be accountable to each other with our weight journey. So the chart says, in order for me to be within my BMI guidelines, I should be 125 pounds. I'm 5'5" 3/4 inch. So I'm short. I'm not petite, but I'm short. 5'5" 3/4 inch. In order for me to be at my best BMI, according to the charts, I should be 125 pounds, no bigger. At 161 pounds, I looked like I was sick, like there was something wrong with me. And I would look at myself in the mirror every day and go, oh my word. Oh my, because I was so used to seeing myself heavy, because I've been heavy for a long time. My 3 youngest children have never seen me thin. My 3 youngest children have never seen me thin. And my oldest daughter only remembers me thin when she was a very little girl. I think right after I had her, I was 141 pounds. So I've been 125 pounds before, but not in a very long time. And this is the longest that I've ever maintained being under 200 pounds, which is now going on over a year, right? And I like this place. I like this place very much. I do know that 125 pounds is way too thin for my body frame. I'm a Black woman, and I have Black woman curves, and Black woman curves and 125 pounds just don't kind of go together. So I am going to stick with, at my very highest weight, 175. So from where I was yesterday, I didn't weigh today. I'm going to weigh on the last day of the year, and I'm going to weigh the first day of the year, just to kind of track what I'm doing. Just as a side note, I went to my doctor for my annual exam in October, and she said to me, Shakema, you've done amazing. If you don't do anything else other than what you have right now, I am satisfied with that. I think my BMI was 29 and that's down from 35. So I was at 29. I would like to get to 24, which is kind of in the safe range or normal range. So I would like to get to 24. And what I've kind of done over these past 4 months is I've become my own nutritionist. I now am meeting with a nutritionist as of the past 2 months, but I'm learning what I can and can't consume, how much my body can take with the weights, and when do I increase, when do I decrease, and all those types of things. So I become a student of myself. I become a student of what is out here in the atmosphere as far as Google is concerned, and then what makes sense for my body type, my body structure, my brain, and all of that. So I know for me that 125 pounds is too thin. That would have been 40 pounds. That would have put me at 125-pound weight loss without having surgery. And I believe that's just too thin for me. With the muscle gain, because I do know that there's some muscle. I've got traps forming. I don't want to pull my shirt down too much, but I've got traps forming. I mean, you can tell my clavicle bone is protruding at times. I have noticed now that I do have muscles. Can't show you because I got the shirt on, but I do have muscles that you can actually see. I still do have some fat, so I know that fat is there. I was in the gym. Let me see. I went to the gym today. I didn't go yesterday. I think the last time I had actually been to the gym was like Monday. Excuse me. Because I did Tuesday and Wednesday. I did the bike. If you look behind me, you can see there's an exercise bike in the bedroom because it's cold in the garage. So I just brought the exercise bike in and I did 20 minutes on the bike 2 days. But Monday I was in the gym and I was doing Romanian deadlifts. And I noticed as I was doing a staggered stance doing Romanian deadlifts that I actually have muscles in my legs, right? We do a lot of lower body work. And so I noticed that it's there. I think they're there underneath some fat layers, which is fine. I know it's there. It's no problem. The biggest area that I have to work is my midsection. I think there's about 5 to 7 pounds just of stomach. And that is my body type. I'm an apple shape, just in case. There's the pear, there's the triangle, there's apple. I'm an apple shape. I gain weight in my midsection. I'm very tiny at the top, but in my middle section, it is what it is. I think I'm still wearing a size 10 jeans, and I was wearing a size 22, 24. So I wear a 10 jeans. This is a medium. This thing I have on is a medium. All of my clothes, if it has letters, I get mediums. Larges are too big, with the exception of some swimwear. I did get some swimwear in a large, only because I don't believe in tight swimwear. I'm very self-conscious about swimwear. And so I have some pieces that I'll be posting very soon for a brand deal. I think I'm just going to do stills of those. I don't think I'm going to do the modeling thing because it's a lot. But I do mediums, and I'm happy with my clothing size. I'm just not happy with my midsection. If I could stand up, I would show y'all, but I'm not going to stand up. It's perfect. Now, why do a challenge, right? I'm in a specific place in my life where there are things I want and things I pray for and things that I am extremely excited. Size 10 from a 22, 24 is huge. It's huge in all of the places. It's huge. I'm looking at right now about a 68 to 70 pound weight loss because I vacillate between 178 and 182. So I'm looking at between a 68 and 70 pound weight loss. I've been as much as an 89 pound weight loss, and I'm okay being in the 170s. I'm not okay being in 180s. That's just not my happy space because it's too close to the 200s for me. But again, it's the muscle. So why do this challenge? For me, again, there are some things that I want to experience in my married life. There's some things I want to experience in my dating life. Not married people things, but I want to be very comfortable in my clothes. I want to be cute in my clothes. When Bay come over and he ready to take me out, I want to be real cute. I don't want to have to hide my body in clothing, right? And so that's one thing. The other thing, I think the most important thing for me, because in order to get to the health place you want in your life, you have to have a why. Why do it? Just because somebody else is doing it, well, that's not good enough. You're not going to stay committed to it just because somebody else is doing it. So why am I doing this? It's because I don't have my body to give my husband as a nobody has ever, you the first, right? And I know people would say, well, Shakema, that's a stupid reason. It's my reason. It doesn't have to be your reason. It's my reason. I don't have that to give. But I do have the gift of life and long life if I manage what I have right now. So I can go to someone and say, hey, babe, I wish I could, you were the only. You're not. I've been married. I have children. But I'm going to give you the best 40, 50 years that I have left. However long God wants me on this earth, this is how long I'm committing to you. And I'm making that commitment before I meet him. Does that make sense? Like I'm making that commitment to myself, but I'm also making that commitment to him. I also want to see my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren and my great-great-grandchildren. I want to see children to the generations on down. So I can't do that if I'm unhealthy. I was on blood pressure medications. I don't want to take blood pressure medications. My blood pressure was really good when I went to my checkup for the very first time in, I would say, probably 25 years plus. I went to get blood work and they did not have to go through my hand, which they always have to go through my hand because I have very poor veins. She was able to go through my arm. I've only had one nurse ever able to get any blood out of my arm, and it's because I was well hydrated. And I was so thankful for that because I've been stuck as many as 7 times trying to just get blood. It's painful. And so being hydrated helped me. So I was thankful for that. Now, why do a challenge? For me, I like the results. I like to see how far I've come. I like to track my progress. And I'm doing this challenge because I know that it is something that I can do. Couple of things that I'm going to, well, let me show you what the challenges look like, just so you can kind of see, and I'll walk us through kind of what they are and what I'm doing. Again, I've done the 75 hard before up to 35 days, and then I got sick and I could not continue. And my doctor said to me, actually, she said, Shakema, I think you were training so hard that you pushed yourself into perimenopause. Well, I'm coming at it from a very different place now. I've lost weight. I've been strength training, totally strength training for the last 4 months. I started August 1st of 2024. So that was 31 days. September had 30. So that was 61 days. October had 31. So that was 92 days. November had 30. So that was 122 days, and then December has 31 days. So that's like 150 some odd days, right? Not quite 6 months, but 4 total months. So we'll say out of 150 days, if we just using that as a nice round number, I've worked out 146 of those days, 146 straight days, whether that's been in the gym, strength training, or whether that's been on the bike. Right. But I'm even having to change some things about that. Hey, ma'am, how are you? I'm even having to change some things about that with the challenge. Now, you can choose any challenge you want. You can walk. You can, just walk. For those of us who have not been as athletic or as mobile as we could be, choose whatever you want. I'm choosing this because it's already laid out and because I am familiar and I do want the challenge for my body. So let me share with you my screen. Let me see if I can share my screen. I'll show you what I pulled up. Let's see if this is the right one. Nope, that's not. Okay. This is what I'll show you. So this is the challenge kind of in a nutshell. So I'm going to show you the soft versus the hard, and then I'll show you the medium. So there are 3 75 challenges out here. The 75 soft says follow a flexible meal plan and cheat days are okay. You do 45 minutes of exercise a day. You aim for 3 liters of water. Limit your alcohol consumption. You get a rest day or an active rest day every certain number of days. And then you read 10 pages of any book. Most in the 75 Hard Challenge, like a self-help, motivation, something about business, something to get yourself further along than where you were. In the hard, you follow a very strict diet with no cheat meals or alcohol. So when you're doing 75 hard, you are doing your whole foods if that's what you choose. You're doing keto if that's what you choose. You're doing carnivore if that's what you choose. You're doing paleo, you're doing vegan. Whatever you choose, that's what you're doing, period. And you don't deviate from that at all. There are no cheat meals. There's also no alcohol. You do 2 45-minute workouts, and one of those workouts has to be outside. Rain, snow, cold, shine, all the things. One of those exercises has to be outside. When I was doing it the very first time and it would rain, I would just go on my front porch because that was the bigger porch. My back porch was not very big. My front porch was big, and I'd just take the bike outside and I would ride the bike outside because it counted. Or I would walk the dog for 45 minutes. That would count as my outside workout because you can walk in the 75 hard challenge. You do 1 gallon of water a day. That's 128 ounces of water a day. No alcohol, no rest days. So 75 hard is every single day moving. And then you read 10 pages of a book, and it has to be a nonfiction book. Most of those were like, it's got to be something with self-help, self-motivation, self-improvement, or something of that nature. Now, the 75 medium, which is what I'm going to do, is follow a specific diet. Now, for me, I'm doing a book starting January the 1st called Becoming the Woman God Wants Me to Be. And she has a very specific diet for 90 days because that study is a 90-day study. Now, because I got to read, I'm going to use that book as my reading, but I'm also going to follow that eating plan. Now, her primary way she shapes hers down is green leafies. You're going to be eating green leafies, salad, mustard greens. Let me see if I can grab my book. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, I can't do it like that. Jesus. Okay. Okay, here, I'll grab the book and I'll read it for you so you can see what I'm doing. And again, everybody has to, this is the book, that's my grocery list. Here's the book, Becoming the Woman God Wants Me to Be. It's by Donna Parto. It's a 90-day journey to renewing spirit, soul, and body. So this will be my reading material for every single day. My goal in 2025 is to really study the Word of God, not just read it. I want to study, and this is a biblically based study. But with that, I would be studying further. And then in here, she breaks down everything about what you're supposed to do as far as the food is concerned. You do scripture memory. Let me see where. Okay. So every week there's something different about food, right? Weeks 1 through 3 and 8 through 13, you'll need 2 lemons. You need multivitamins every day, ester C every day, 64 ounces of water, although I'm going to do half my body weight in water. And then each week she adds on something else. But the primary part of this is vegetables, right? The primary part, and she gives you a list of all the vegetables you can eat: asparagus, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, celery, cucumbers, eggplant, greens, green beans, lettuce, onions, parsley, peppers, radishes, spinach, tomatoes, water chestnuts, and zucchini. What you can have in moderation is beets, corn, peas, potatoes, and yams. So there are certain things you can't have on this diet and certain things you can have. They're also built in um fasting days. So sometimes you're fasting for 24 hours, other days you're fasting for 48 hours straight. So I know this ahead of time. I've fasted before. I fasted for 13 straight days, just all water fast. So I'm straight on this. And again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what Shakema's doing. Pick your choice and you do what you do, right? So I know, and I have read portions of this book before. I've done portions of the diet as well. And so I am well versed in my body and what my body can take. With that being said, because I am doing the strength training, because even she'll say on your fasting days, don't do any strength training. That cannot be my life. I have already another challenge that I'm doing. So I have to have strength training. Although I may have to do the bike those days, because if I'm doing a 24-hour to 48-hour fast, I won't be able to eat anything. So I'm going to have to manage that. But while she does call for green leafies as a primary, because I do strength train, I'm allowing myself some protein during the day. Typically that meal right before I go to the gym, or the meal right after I come from the gym, because that's important for me to build my muscle. I don't want to tear my muscle down for 75 days and not build it back. That's kind of what I've been learning over these past 4 months, is I've got to be able to maintain the muscle that I'm trying to build, and I don't want to undo what I've done, right? Okay. So I'm going to follow my diet, one workout, 45 minutes. The other reason I'm not doing the 75 hard is I don't have the time to do 2 workouts for the day. I can only fit in one. I go to the gym right after I get off from work. I leave the parking lot. I go straight to the gym. I can do 45 minutes. I don't go in the gym for 3 hours. I don't have time for that. I don't drink, so that's fine. On this particular sheet here that I'm showing you, it says no cheat meals. On another one that I found, you can have 3 cheat meals in the 75 days. And so also in this book, she gives you a cheat meal. She gives you a cheat day, I think on Sundays, or whatever your 7th day is. So whenever you start on the 7th day from starting, you get a cheat day. Eat whatever you want. For me, that's a good opportunity to eat some of the veggies and some of the things that I haven't eaten. It's a good time for me to have a cheat dessert or something that I haven't had. Or it's a good time for me just not to do any of that and stick to the diet, right? So follow a diet, because this is already mapped out for me. I'm following this diet, which is heavy on the vegetarian. When I do eat protein, I'm going to try to stick with ground turkey, which is good for me, fish or shrimp. Those are the 3 things that we buy more often than not, or chicken. Sometimes we'll have a lot of chicken. I actually have 10 whole chickens in my freezer, and a turkey. I think I have 2 turkeys. Mind your business. But anyway, I had a deal. So anyway, I'm going to be eating those types of proteins: chicken, ground turkey, fish, or shrimp, if I can find them on a good sale. In conjunction with this, it says read 5 pages, take progress pictures on the first day and the 75th day. Now, in the 75 hard challenge, you take a picture every day. And in the 75 soft, I think you take one on the first and the 75th day as well. So those are some things that I'm going to be doing. A picture on the first day. I'm actually going to take measurements so I can see kind of where I am, right? Okay, what else did I want to say? I'm going to stop sharing that screen, because, everybody, my encouragement is do your own research, right? I'm sorry, I missed your comment. Oh my, okay. Absolutely, we will be praying for those individuals. Yes, ma'am. We sure will. Thank you for those of you who were in the comments responding, because I missed that, and I apologize. A couple other things before you can start any challenge. You have to set yourself up for success, right? You need to set yourself up for success to complete the challenge, because a lot of us are starters. Very few of us are finishers. And so I did a couple things ahead of time. I want to know all of my macros. I want to know all my numbers, how much I weigh, what's my body fat, what's my BMI, all of that. So for Christmas, I asked in the group chat with my kids for a body mass scale, body weight. It's called body composition scale. Excuse me, y'all. A body composition scale. It tracks my data. Multiple users can use this, and I think this cost $34, $36, something like that. It wasn't very expensive. It came off of Amazon, and so I asked for this for Christmas. I didn't ask for a ton of other things, but I knew I wanted this because I'm prioritizing my health, right? Again, I prioritize everybody else's health over mine for a long time. And I'm no longer doing that because my children are going to leave me at a certain point in my life. And with that being said, I want to make sure that I have life to live with them not being in the house. And so actually everybody in my house is going to be doing something. My daughter's going to be doing the medium. My son, he does his training through track because he's on the track team. And so he has his own thing. But January 1st is our moment. So this is what it looks like, right? This is what it looks like. You step on these little things and then it gives you all your readings. Now, I don't want to step on this until January the 1st. I want to know what my numbers are, but I don't want to know early because I don't want to, I want to be true to the January 1st going through the 75 days. So that was one thing. Do you have to have the body composition scale? You don't. But I knew going in that I wanted it. And so I asked for it. And it was, like I said, $34, $36, something like that. I didn't get the highest, most expensive. I think this will work out just fine. If you don't get that one and you just get a scale, very good. You know, you can get a scale from Walmart for 10, 12 bucks just to kind of see where you are and where you end up. I don't know that I'm necessarily going for weight loss in the challenge, although I would love to see weight loss. I'm going more for a healthier me. I'm going for more body definition. I love the muscles that are coming. I don't exactly enjoy this hanging loose skin. So how can I tone this up where I can wear my arms out in the summer? We're about to have summertime again. And I'm not trying to expose my body, but I don't want to have to always wear clothes covering up the places that I'm not happy with in my body. So that's one thing. You got to prep for it, right? You got to know going in on the first day of the year, I have a body tape measure. It's just one that I would use in a sewing kit. I have a tape measure and I'll have my daughter measure under here. I will measure an arm, we'll measure a leg, we'll measure all the things where I can actually tell that there is weight loss. Now, of course, there's going to be weight loss and muscle gain. So that's why my scale keeps moving crazily. And it does bother me in my mental space because the more I weigh, the more I think I'm going backwards, even though I know I'm doing the things I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, so I got a scale. The next thing I have is I have a gym membership. You don't have to have a gym membership if that's not what you can afford. Walking is free. Outside is open. And you can go out there and you can walk anytime as you want to. So don't feel like, oh, I gotta have a gym. No, you don't. Oh, it's raining, Shakema. I can't walk. I'm so glad you said that. There's a girl on YouTube, Leslie Sansone. I keep hearing about Leslie Sansone. She's the only one I've heard about. She does walking in your house. You just walk in place, and before you know it, you walked a mile or 2 miles or whatever. If that's all you can do, then you Leslie Sansone. I'm using a workout set of videos from a girl. Her name is Sydney Cummings. She is on YouTube, and every day she posts a workout except Thursdays. And I don't think she posts on the weekends. So when she doesn't post on Thursday, I'll just find my own video of hers and I'll do it. Today I did full body. I did a 30-minute full body workout. The 30 minutes include Well, I think it's more like 32 minutes, 36 minutes, because you get the cool down, you get the warm up, the cool down, and all the things. So I did clean, clean jerks today from a squatted position. I did Romanian deadlifts one leg. We did sumo deadlifts. We did kickbacks. We did leg kickbacks. We did tricep kickbacks. We did back. I did all kinds of things. And so oh, okay, that's nice. Oh, I didn't realize they had a thing. Okay, very good. Well, thank you for letting me know. So pick whatever you're going to do. Like I said before, I go in my gym. I'm not in the main part of the gym because I'm not well versed in all the things. I go in a little back room, give me a little corner, mind my business, put my little video up. I have my earbuds in. I do my workout and I'm done. Now, typically, because she's pregnant right now, she's been posting 30-minute videos, but my workout is 45 minutes. So that means that I have to do something else for 15 minutes. So what I've been seeing is especially on TikTok, Instagram, whatever, those girls who are walking on the treadmill at the 12 incline, at the 3 speed for 30 minutes or whatever that is. I'm going to do my incline like on 4 or 5. I'm going to do my speed like at 2.5, and I'm going to do 15 minutes. So that's how I'm going to make up my extra 15 minutes to get my 45 minutes in. Now, the rules say if you miss a day or you miss something on the list, you start over, right? I don't want to be starting over. I want to get my 75 days and just move right on along. One of the days I was doing my workout and I was not feeling well. I just couldn't. I was not feeling good. And y'all, I put myself to bed and didn't even realize that I hadn't done my workout because it was like a weekend. So I didn't get to the gym. But I put myself to bed because I wasn't feeling good. And that was like the 4th day out of those 100 and however many days that I didn't work out. And I didn't even remember that I didn't feel well. So here's the thing. If you have a smartphone, you can put on your smartphone an event workout. And you can put that and set the duration for 75 days. And you can put that as where it will give you an alert on your phone. For some of us, we need an alert. I'm doing too many things not to give myself all of the helpers I need. The other thing that I do and have is a workout group. I have a workout group of one girl's in Hawaii, 3, 4, 5 of us are in North Carolina. Somebody's in Alabama. We got girls in my daughter's in California. I mean, we have girls from everywhere just in this group, and every day Leon posts the workout. And so that's the workout we do for the day. She posts it because she does it way before we do. You know, I'm working when she's able to go to the gym, so she'll post it, and then we post and help each other with different meal ideas. So get some accountability, have some people that are like-minded. One of the things about weight loss is that one of the things about anything, let me just throw this in here real quick. It's for free and you can have it and you're welcome. Sometimes we want to have our besties on board with us. Sometimes your bestie is not on board. She don't need to lose 30 pounds. You do. And so she's not as motivated as you would be to get out and go to the gym and do all of the things. So you have to find like-minded people who are in the same place that you are, wanting the same results that you do, and you got to group up with those people. There are some folks that I know and love them. They just not into the health thing. And they bigger than I am, but they not into health right now. I'm into health right now. I have time for it. I've been travel ministering every weekend. I've been traveling to some place, and I want to be able to maintain that and be in good health. And so I need to eat right. I need to do well. I want to be able to travel for hours and hours and be just as energetic. I'm not tired. I'm not sluggish. I don't feel bad. My energy is high and all of those things. And I need to be able to maintain that. So find like-minded people that you can work out with. The other thing is water. Get your water in, not carbonated water, not sparkling water, H2O, regular water. I probably drink more water than I drink anything else. And I love coffee. I have replaced coffee with water. Although on these little breaks when I'm home, I drink coffee. But when I am at work, I drink 100 ounces of water every day. Some people say, Shakema, you're drinking too much water. No, I'm not. I have not ever been hydrated in my life. I am now hydrated. My skin looks nice. My hair is growing, all the things, y'all. It's very beneficial. I rarely have blemishes on my face. I'm very beneficial to drink my water. I could drink a gallon of water, but because I teach school, you can't go to the bathroom but so many times a day, right? So I have to manage my water. If I don't have a class for that day, I try to have my 100 ounces of water drank by 11 a.m. Because when I go to the gym at 3, whatever time I get there after 3 o'clock, I don't want to have to stop my workout to go to the bathroom. So I get all that done during the day. Now, when I have a class, I have to drink water. I'll drink a bottle before class. I have a break after that, so I'll go ahead and go to the bathroom and start on another bottle. And I just work myself until I've gotten all 5 of my bottles in. And I do the 20-ounce bottles. I might get those from Walmart. So that's how I am working towards my goals. The next thing I'll say is get a calendar. For those of you who don't have a smartphone or you don't need alerts like that, get a calendar. I marked some stuff in here already. I'll show you what I marked. It's not about the challenge. I do have to mark that in, but I'm getting ready to start the Love Dare, right? So I'm getting ready to start the Love Dare, and I just put my days in here. Put whatever days in here you want and how things are going. I'm also this is for me because I'm a very analytical type thinker. I need all of my stuff written down, and I want to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do. So on my weekly, I've got some notes up here. I'm going to write in what workout I did today. What weights did I do? How many workout, how much did I work out? Did I do more than 45 minutes and that type of thing? I have upped my weights. So when I first started doing For Real strength training back in August, when I went to For Real, I started off with 5s, 8s, 10s, right? Just getting my body back up to where I was before. I was working out years ago. I'm working out now. I really am contemplating training. Like I'm going to do that planner came from Aldi. Aldi has their planners out and they have some cute ones. They had a gratitude journal that I really wanted, but it didn't do what I needed it to do for this. So I left it there and I got this one, but they have some really neat ones. At least in my Aldi, they had them today. And I just so happen to see this. This is going to be used primarily for ministry, not my regular everyday. I have one for that, but this is going to be ministry, self-growth in my Bible study life. This is all for ministry stuff. And so because it's there, I can put in here, if I'm doing spirit, soul, and body, I can put my workouts in my spiritual planner, right? Because I'm using it for that. So, and it was $7.99. It was very cheap. I mean, it was affordable, right? So I'm going to mark my stuff down. So I started with 5s, 8s, 7/8, 10s. Every month I have tried to up my weights. Here's what I know for sure. In order to do back and triceps, right? I was doing 10s because I'm not as strong on those muscle groups as I am lower body or upper body. Just triceps are harder for me. But when I was working out today, 4 months in, I now know that I can up those weights. So my 10s, they're totally gone. 5s are gone, 10s are gone, 7s are gone. My lowest is 12s. So I do 12s, 15s, I do 20s, I do 25s, and I'm about to jump to 30s. When I'm doing rows, I can do those with 25s, which is about a medium weight, right? So I probably can go up to 35s. I may be even able to go to 40s. When I do squats, I can squat probably 40 or 50. So I'm knowing myself and my body and trying to progress to my best level to make sure I'm burning all the fat. One of the things that's important is your exercise and your diet. I can exercise every single day of the year and not eat right, and I am undoing all the stuff I did in the gym. So I've got to make sure that I maintain my eating plan, which is why you see on there, pick a plan and stick with the plan, right? That's what we're going to be doing. We're picking a plan and sticking with the plan. So I've given you a couple of things. Get your water, get your scale out, weigh yourself, take your picture on the first day and the 75th day. If you miss anything, any day you start over, track, and then get some accountability, because that's going to be important. You have to prioritize. I have to prioritize my health. If I don't prioritize my health, nobody else is going to prioritize it for me. And again, I'm very selfish. I believe that God is going to sit. I believe I've met my husband already. We just didn't know it. I believe that we've been somewhere together, maybe in the same crowded room, and we just didn't know it. I believe we're going to come back together and God's going to say, that's the one. And he goes, hey, she the one. And so it's going to come together. And I want to make sure that I am well put together for that meeting and beyond that. Right. So I'm working on me. My children are on board. Again, I don't have small children. If you have small children, you got to work around your children. Don't let your children be an excuse. Don't let your job be an excuse. Don't let your current weight be, I'm too heavy to work out. No, you're not. Sit in your chair and do arms. If all you can do is arms, get you some 2s, get you some 3s, get you some 1s, get you some water bottles, right? You can do anything. I love the Colette's, Nicole Colette. They're on Instagram. I think her YouTube channel is Nicole Colette. Her husband, I can't remember what his name is, but they're a cute little couple. And she shows how she lost well over 120 pounds. Kyle is her husband's name, where he lost they lost weight crazy. She's down. Last time I saw her, she was in a size 4, and she used to probably be bigger than a 24 when I was saying 22, 24. She was bigger than that, and she's in a size 4. And so she talks about being heavy and how she started. So find somebody that is doing your journey and try to kind of glean what you can. Again, check with your doctor. Make sure that you're able to do all of the things. And if you can't do all of the things, then do what you can do. Don't do nothing because, oh, I can't do the 75 hard. I can't read 5 pages. Okay, just call it a 75. I'm a pick and pull or whatever. Call it whatever you want to call it. But do something for you, because you are important. And if you don't take care of you, nobody else is going to take care of you. I promise you this, because nobody else was coming over here taking the fork out of my hand, and nobody was feeding me the right things, and nobody was driving me to the gym. I had to drive myself to the gym. I told my kids, I said, I need a duffel bag. So one thing I didn't get on my list was a duffel bag, because I want to go ahead and pack 5 days worth of clothes. So when I get to the gym, I pull out today's outfit. When I go home, I throw it in the thing. And by the time I'm done with the end of the week, all I got to do now is wash all the clothes, pack them back for the week, and I put it in my car. I'm ready. I'm not giving myself an excuse to not work out. Again, Saturdays and Sundays, I don't have to leave my house. I do the bike. I don't have to do the bike because I have stuff in the garage. I can put on layers because it is cool out there. I can put on layers, and I can, I have a pull-up bar. We have, I just got a Pilates bar. Somebody gave that to me for Christmas gift. I have a recumbent bike out in the garage. We have a weight bench with weights. Jackson's dad bought him the weight set. I bought the bench 3 years ago. So I've got stuff. I'm in one of those buy, sell, swap groups, in your area. You can swap stuff out, or people give away free stuff. I got weights from there. I got a yoga mat. Sister got a yoga mat for Christmas. So you got to make sure that you're giving yourself every advantage to do it, because I'm telling you, I'm so selfish. This is for me, but it's for my husband. This is his gift. This is the gift I'm giving him. I only have me. I don't have all the money in the world. I got kids. I got an ex-husband. I have all this baggage stuff, but I'm giving you the best that I have, which is a healthy wife. You're not going to have to worry about my blood pressure spiking and all the things, or me getting, diabetes or whatever. My doctor, I think one of my cholesterols wasn't the best. And she's like, well, just, work on this a little bit, Shakema. So I got all the information. I've had a full body workup, full blood panels. I've had all of the things. So I just take that information and then I make it work for me. And I stick to a goal for a month. 1 month, I'm doing this. And next month, I'll have a different goal, because I'm challenging my body constantly so that I'm never getting comfortable in what I'm doing. So I am challenging my body. I started early because in August, I just said, hey, we're not playing games with this anymore, Shakema. If you want what you've been praying for, then you got to put in the work for it. And so I just got on board with myself to be able to do the things that I need to do to see what I'm praying for. So anywho, questions. Y'all jump in with some questions. If I miss something, I want to make sure that I share that with you. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving you health advice. I'm not giving you diet advice. I'm not giving you exercise advice. I am telling you, check with your doctor. When I first started, I was seeing my primary doctor. I was seeing a bariatric specialist doctor. And then I'm also seeing a nutritionist. Did you have surgery, Shakema? I did not have surgery. They moved her. She wasn't even in that part of the practice when I first started with her, but they moved her over because she does a lot of holistic, healthy, let's make some changes in your overall eating, whatever. And so they put her in that part of the practice. So I was going in there not being a bariatric patient, but we had already had a doctor-patient relationship. And when I first started with her, there were some things I wanted to try. And she said, Shakema, we're not doing any of that until you get on board and do this. And so we had to work that out. And I'm going to be following the meal plan that goes in this book, Becoming the Woman I Want to Be by Donna Parto. It's a 90-day journey to renewing your spirit, soul, and body. It's primarily vegetarian. But you do add in proteins around week 6, and it's a 13-week program that she has. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to be doing a ton of carbs, although I will allow myself one potato if I go to the gym and I do a incredibly tough strength training for that day. I will have a potato as my carbs. So Miss Lisa, I like that. You're limited, but you're not unable to do something, right? Yes. So then focus on what you can do. I can do this. If all you can do, from what I understand, Teresa, in what I read, it has to be done all at one time, especially if you're doing the soft and the medium all at one time. I don't think you can divide it up, but I'm not telling you that. I would research it out to see. I'm only going to the gym one time, so I'm doing my whole thing, my 45 minutes, because I got to be done with it. When I come home in this house, I have 50 other things to do. Working out ain't one of them. So I'm doing that. And then I like to tell people the honest truth. I don't have an hour for the gym. I don't. I have 45 minutes at max, because Jackson's in practice and I got to get myself in, and then I got to be at, they change practice time all the time. I've got to come pick me up at 4:15, be there at 4:30, be there at 5:30. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. It never is the same. So I'm making it where I'm going in, getting my gym in, and I'm done with it. And then I can do whatever. But if all you can do is break it down, because at least you're getting something. But get everything done on your list, or you start over. And I have a feeling, I'm like, Lord, I've been praying, Lord, please don't let me forget something on my list. I have it on my phone. I took a snapshot of my list of things on my phone. so that I can go back and check, because as much as I know it, I work, I have ministry responsibilities, I have groups, I'm traveling, all the things. So it can get off my mind. And I just want to make sure that I have everything, all my ducks in a row, and I can go back and look at it. I think the progress pictures are going to be very important. I'm not going to show you my my skin. I'm not gonna show skin pic. I don't have a sports bra thingamajiggy that I'm gonna wear. I don't do all that. But I'll wear an outfit that you can kind of see, and then I'll wear the same outfit on the 75th day to kind of compare it. And I'll do a front and I'll do a side just so you can kind of see. I know for sure I can tell that I've lost weight in my back because I don't have those rolls that I used to have back there. I've lost about 4 sizes in in my bra. I've lost about 4 sizes, and then probably a cup size, because I have lost so much weight. And then the other thing is this: when you have lost the weight, get rid of those clothes. Get rid of those. Oh, I might. No, no, no. You can go to the Goodwill and replenish your stock if you don't want to have to buy clothes as often, but get rid of stuff that is not where you currently are. If it is anything over a medium, it is not in my closet. I do not have it. Well, Shakema, what if you gain weight? Oh, well, I'm gonna wear what's in there till I can't fit it no more. And then I'm gonna I'm not buying new clothes. I think that's what she talks about in this book as well. I'm not buying new clothes. I'm going to work my body to get back in the clothes I already bought. Does that make sense? Because I'm not going to keep spending money and be undisciplined. I'm going to discipline myself to know that my max weight for me is 175 pounds. That's it. I can be less. I'm not going to be more. So at current, I need to lose 7 pounds to be at my max my happy place. Again, I know I've built some muscle, so I'm sure a couple pounds in there is muscle. That's why I got the body composition scale, so I can see. And I'm almost afraid to get on and see how much of me is fat. But again, I know it's basing it on the 125 pounds. If I would have to lose 60 more pounds to get to 125 pounds. And I think for my body frame, that would just be too unhealthy looking for me. And my doctor was fine with me where I was. She said, Shakema, she smiled the biggest smile ever, because she's been my doctor for 15, 16, God knows, almost 20 years. And she said, Shakema, if you don't do anything different, you are perfect where you are. I am so pleased with this. And so that made me feel good. But I know there are personal goals that I have. So make whatever adjustments you need. Take these last few days of the year and honestly come up with a plan. It doesn't take days and days and days. It takes 30 minutes, an hour. You're worth an hour of sitting down and planning it out. Okay, I know I'm not leaving my house on Saturday and Sunday to go to the gym. That's why I have a gym in my garage. That's why I have a bike. But on Monday through Friday, if I'm working, I'm at the gym. I actually went to the gym today. We had to go to the bank. The bank is very close to the gym. So I said, the scale is called a body composition scale. And so what it is it let me see if I can find one on Amazon, and then I'll show you. For anybody that's interested, it's called a body composition scale, and it shows you how much body fat, how much of this is muscle mass. Come on. Okay, there we go. It's running a little bit slow. Let me see if I can find it. And I'll try to put a link on my post if anybody's interested in the scale that I have. And they range in prices. I didn't go to the most expensive because I was asking for this from my kids. So I just asked for one that was like I said, it was only like 30 some dollars. Okay, let me see if I can share this. Let me go back to this. Share the screen. Okay. So this is simply what I have. It's kind of similar to this. Let me see if I can find the exact model I have. I didn't pay much for mine. It was only like 30 some dollars, but they go up in price. This is kind of similar to what I have. We'll just look at this one and see. So this is a GE Smart Scale for body weight and fat percentages. It's an all-in-one. What does it tell me over here? It gives you 6 metrics. Let me see. Revealing weight, fat, water, muscle. What else does it say? Bone and BMI on your scale. So you're getting revealing weight, how much you are in fat. And so if I look down, right, it'll tell me 126.8 pounds, 20% of that is I think that's your BMI. And then your water is 54.6% of that is your water weight, muscle, bone density, and then your BMI. So you're getting all of those things, right? Let's see what it says. This is my weight, your BMI. This is your body water. That's your body fat. So if that person was 20% body fat, 24 pounds of them was 24 pounds, because 12 pounds is 10%, 24 pounds. So they would actually have to be like 102 pounds to be no fat at all, right? But 20% body fat, 18 is good. So they're at a perfect, they're perfect, right? Muscle mass, I do want to know what that is. Bone mass, how much do my bones weigh? I want to know that as well. How much is fat-free weight? I want to know all these things, or as much as my scale will tell me. And so again, if you can't afford this right now, don't worry about it. You don't have to have it at the moment. It's not essential for you to have. It's really not essential for you to have, but it's helpful if you do have it. And so again, I was very thankful that my kids would get it for me for the they got it for me for Christmas. So that's kind of, well, and I think it just made me look sick, and I lost my mom. I lost my mother to cancer in 2019. And I when I saw myself little thinner than I am now, it made me think about that. And I'm healthy. I've had all my, I had my annual exams and all those things. But it just made me think of my mom, and I don't want to put that burden on my children. And so I'm taking the responsibility. I don't want to get old and my children have to take care of me, or figure out where mama has to live because she's unhealthy, or whatever the case is. So I'm doing what I can right now to make it so that I'm able to take care of myself, if that makes any sense. I want my kids to live their life and move on. I had to take care of my mother at her last, and my mother wasn't old. My mother died when she was 60 years old. I don't want to pass when I'm 60 years old. I want to live a long time. And so I'm doing what I need to do in order to make sure that that is a thing for me. So anywho, anybody else have any more questions? Again, find an accountability group. Find one person who wants to support you in this, even if they don't do it with you, or find somebody at your gym. There was a girl working out today in the gym. She was in my spot, and when I walked in, I was like, "Oh no, she's not in my spot." But listen, this is not your spot. And I remember being her. I remember being that girl, kind of slightly heavy, doing the best you knew how to do. And so I said, you know what? You can make another space on the other side of the room. And I don't know if that girl had been watching me before, but I do know other people have been watching. And so I just did my little bit, and I went on. And so that's just kind of where it was for me. So again, you got to make it be what it is for you. And you're getting to see what your progress is in 3.5 months, right? For 2.5 months. That 2.5 months is what you're committing to. 75 days it's not a ton. It's not a whole year. It's not even 6 months. It's not even 3 months. It's 2.5 months. And take it easy and take it slow. I don't drink. So absolutely, she is trying to find her comfortable place. And the little one is with Jackson. So because it is their bedtime. But make it work for you. I don't drink, so I don't have to worry about that. I do like a cheat day, but I don't. I tried some. I had some sweets during the holiday, and it made me very ill. It was not. I just didn't feel good eating it, and it's because I've committed to what I've committed to. Like, Lord, I just don't want to keep doing what I was doing before because it didn't benefit me anything except make me feel bad about myself and have to buy bigger clothes. And I just refuse to do that anymore. So I'm not doing it. So anywho, y'all, thank y'all so much for joining me and supporting what we do over here. This is for me. Starting in January, this is for my YouTube people. I don't know that I will share a whole lot on Instagram. I'll see. But for my YouTube people, for sure, in January, I'm going to be doing a lot more videos on health. They may be reels or shorts. I can't promise that there'll be videos. We may do like Friday recap or a Sunday recap, but I'm teaching some other stuff in January, so I can't commit to that. So I may have to do short little reels. So just follow those. I know some of you don't follow those shorts or the reels, but if you want to see what we're doing, just really go on Facebook because I post everything on there. But I will be doing some videos, but it will not be, I won't be pre-doing them. It's going to be live just like it is now because this is easier for me. I don't have time. Time is just not on my side. And I don't have a lot of time to sit and, edit. So I will be doing some more stuff. There's some things I'm thinking about sharing about the journey. I'm not real sure yet. I'm still thinking about it. I may not. I just haven't decided. But anywho, there it is. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you like this video, please do a big ups with the thumbs. We appreciate that. Thumbs it down. It's not going to matter. It just gives us an effort and a chance to get out into the algorithm. Thank you, Instagram, for joining me. Thank you, everybody. Let me know in the comments what you're going to be doing. I want to know. So I'm probably just going to post my 75 hard picture, and I'm going to ask you, what are you doing? Soft, hard, medium, you tell me, and then what eating plan, just because I want to know. So anywho, you guys, thank you again so much for stopping by. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.